Bugsy Malone was here.
No, Bugsy.
And we could
we don't mention Bugsy yet.
Yeah, I know.
We gotta tell the Mario story. Should we hand it over to Wick quick to tell that one?
Which one?
The curfew one.
Oh my God, Bugsy told us this. He probably had told us this prior, but I didn't remember, so I was losing it. So his rookie year, he was playing real well. I think he ended up having 22 goals on the all-rookie team, but I think for a little while, I mean, this was old school NHL. The Pens were a bad team, an older team. They were kind of trying to lose in a sense to get Crosby, and that, or was it the Ovechkin draft?
They're going for Ovechkin.
They're going for Ovechkin. They ended up settling with Malkin, which that's another debate we could bring up at some point. So Bugsy's kind of ripping it up.
He was
a little. I'm saying off.
Oh yeah.
When we say a little, we mean like basically 5 nights a week.
He was having a time. Like he was. I think he mentioned one of them. They had a big night in San Jose. The next morning they flew 7 and 6 hours to Long Island. They got to the hotel finally at say 8 p.m. They had a 2 o'clock game. He still went out and scored the OT winner. But the coaches had had enough. I think Edzo and the entire staff were like, this guy's got to reel it in. So after that trip, even though he scored the game winner in OT against the Islanders, he got his pee-pee whacked in the office. We'll fucking send you down.
Well, no. He asked him. He goes, Bugsy. He's like, when did you get home the other night?
Yes, yeah.
And Bugsy, assuming that he knew exactly when he gets home, without skipping a beat, he goes 3:30. And Edzo's like, what the fuck are you?
He thought he was gonna say midnight.
Yeah, he's like, fuck, I should have lied and said 1:30. You know,
for a 2 o'clock game.
No, I was in this game. We were down 3-0 after the second period. His D-man scored all 3 goals, like blatantly missed coverage. And they called him into the office and blah, blah, blah. But Bugsy being Bugsy goes out there. I don't even know why they played him in overtime, but he scores the overtime winner. And he's standing there in the crease like this with that big shitty anger in. And I think probably had beers on that plane on the way back.
So after Edzo ends up snapping on him.
So Edzo snaps, but he scores the game winner. But then he has the real meeting back at Mellon Arena the next day or whatever. And he comes out. He's like, I was kind of white-faced. I'm like, I think I might be going to the minors. And he goes up to Mario.
Come on down to the minors.
By the way, like the fact that he was like boys to go talk to Mario, like he's the only guy in the world who's a rookie who could be hanging out and going up to Mario after a meeting. He's like, Mario, they might send me down. They're yelling at me. He goes, kid, you ain't going anywhere. He's like, oh, okay, fuck, that's great.
Where are we going for lunch?
Just to have the president and I guess maybe the greatest player of all time to tell you, you're fine, buddy. Don't worry what they tell you.
Well, yeah, and the owner and line mate, it's a little comforting. And they got to sell tickets with the hometown kid. That's one of the only good things they had going that year.
Yeah. Bugsy could play, man. Bugsy was having a good year out of nowhere. One of the good stories of that year actually was like Bugsy's year.
And he hadn't even really that year learned to fight.
No.
I think a couple years later he became more of a power forward and started fighting.
He was one of the best power forwards in the game.
And that guy was, that run to the cup where we lost, he was amazing. And I'll still never forget the story of when Hal Gill hit him with a slap shot and was he was so sorry and felt so bad. But he's like, I don't fucking care. You make me another $1 million a year because of that scar I played through.
He told the doctor, throw another stitch in there.
Throw another stitch in there.
The extra stitch.